So disappointment for Alvaro Buto. More disappointment for Nissan though, with the works car of Philippe Vonberg in serious trouble. It's a pity. We broke part of the front suspension on this very, very flat piece of track. We've been trying to repair it, but we've been here for 2 hours now. So great disappointment for Philippe Vonberg. Jean-Paul Cottret, his co-driver, trying to sort something out with that front suspension, but quite a lot of damage had been done when it pulled itself out. Jean-Paul Cottret trying all sorts of things to try and make sure they could get going again. Vonberg had been running extremely well, particularly when the competitors left Spain and moved into Africa. He was well up in the overall reckoning, and he said in one of the interviews earlier on over the weekend that he reckoned that he could really give the Mitsubishis a run for their money. The turbo diesel, 230 horsepower Toyota, really a good machine, perhaps not quite as developed as the Mitsubishi Pajeros of the Sonauto Rally Art team. More people stopping off to see if they could help. Anthony Georget in the Nissan, the Frenchman, stopping to see if he could lend a hand, but there really wasn't very much he could do to help, and darkness was beginning to descend. So Philippe Vonberg helped him instead, cleaning up the headlamps. So for Toyota, a disappointing day, because further down the track as well, Jose Maria Servia was also having his own troubles. Eventually they managed to get this Toyota back to the service area where they could have a look at the damage, as Jean-Paul Cottret explained. Well, the whole mounting has gone basically, and the wheel went underneath the car, the wishbone, the steering, all went. Everything was damaged in the incident. So it was a bit of a disaster really for Philippe Vonberg yesterday.
Je regrette beaucoup cette spéciale qui était magnifique et j'espérais vraiment faire très beaucoup.
Oh, it's a pity, but there's still some good stages to come, so perhaps we can make up some ground. So Philippe Vonberg was confined to taking a taxi back to the hotel last night, losing a great deal of time. But as I mentioned, his teammate Servia losing even.
An exit to the Atlantic at Naudi Boon often was the target of the Polisario Front guerrillas during the wars over the Western Sahara. But it's an Islamic country, Mauritania, 1 million square kilometers and a population of 2.2 million, and its main industries: gold, salt, iron ore, and until 1980, would you believe, slavery. A lot of people arriving late last night, and the rally already sorting out the men from the boys. 171 bikes started from Paris on New Year's Day. As the Spanish Mercedes of Rafael Thibault passes through, he was 21st last night. Serge Lambert, a Tatra truck. But big problems for the bigger trucks, particularly the six-wheeled ones, which carry all the tyres and the bigger spares for the rally. Most of them had not arrived this morning. To look back to yesterday, to see what happened, why it all went wrong. These are the night scenes as the rally arrived in Twaudeni from El Mirete. It was big problems all day. The hardest day for many years on the Dakar. Day 2 of a 3-day marathon. Many waiting all night for the sweeper trucks like Terry Galetti. Well, Galetti telling us my partner had the same problem this morning. I think it's the same. We got the same bikes. It stopped and won't restart. I think it's the electrics. I don't know why. How many kilometers still to go? 400. So not just mechanical breakdowns, some out of fuel and some just too tired to continue. Many of them racing for 48 hours with only a couple of hours sleep. That's 2 Le Mans 24 hours back to back. Well, among those arriving, David Castera on the Yamaha amongst the 93 bikes who are still in the rally as far as we know, after surviving a big accident on day 6. He's currently 14th. As others arrive in the bivouac. Fire out of fuel, says this biker. About an hour ago, Well, he's waiting for the camion. In fact, he's not at the bivouac. He's still out in the desert. He's wearing his survival blanket. Keep the cold off. 35 degrees in the daytime, but -2 at night with the sand not retaining the summer heat. Other bikers who've stopped as well. This is short of the bivouac. Well, everyone's got different problems. He says, I've destroyed myself in the dunes. I've got fuel, but I'm totally lost. Everything's gone wrong. That man riding a quad, incidentally. And of course, in the morning you have to arrive 1 hour before the day starts, so he's out of time as well. This is the Austrian truck driver Helmut Krofel in the MAN assistance for KTM. He spent a lot of time yesterday helping others who were stuck. That made him a little bit late himself. Passing Philippe Bermudes on the Yamaha, one of those who can't restart. And look at that, falls off his bike in the desert sandstorm after a truck passes by. He'd actually fallen asleep, waiting for help. Over 3 days. Well, the Tuareg rebels who are fighting for recognition in Mali and Niger held up 7 competitors last night. The reason the event no longer goes through Niger, because of the problems, and Gao indeed itself, where they were heading tonight, besieged by the rebels in 1990. Well, basically what happened was armed men attacked Czech Tatras with Kalashnikov AK-47s and bazookas. They stole the 419 factory Tatra at gunpoint, left the 3 crew, Bedřich Sklegnevosky, Petr Hameler and Thomas Tomacek, in the desert. They then shot at 2 Belgian cars, number 273 car here of Koen Wouters, a well-known Belgian singer. Koen Wouters takes up the story. Well, we had to live through something last night, which is not the Dakar. We're here for sport and friendship, not for being shot at. Both our Mitsubishis were fired on 10 kilometers back. Just before we arrived here last night at the finish, we have no idea who it was. It was a slow part between rocks. It was an ambush, and suddenly bang, bang, bang. 6 or 7 bullets fired at us.
Comment on dit ça, boule? Balle? Ah, voilà. 6-7 balles.
Well, the bullets went through the side of the car, smashed the turbo, punctured 2 tyres, and there was also a bullet through the door, 10 centimetres from my co-driver's foot. It's crazy, I still can't believe it. It only happened 3/4 of an hour ago, and at the beginning we all laughed. I think nobody really understood what had happened, but now we realise how close it was. Perhaps the shock's coming in a bit. It was that close from our legs or even our bodies.
10 centimètres plus à gauche ou 1 mètre plus à droite, et c'était dans une jambe ou dans la fenêtre ou... Hein? Ah ouais, c'était des balles, c'était pas légère, hein, c'était the real thing, hein, c'était
The real thing, he says, it was real bullets, really strong bullets, and there they are, there's the holes. Automatic fire through the windows and the tyres. Well, that was a big problem. It's not the first time on African rallies that gunfire disrupted proceedings. French Citroën support driver Charles Cobain was shot dead here in the... It did emerge, however, that it was a gearbox failure rather than engine afterwards, the same problem that her teammate Jean-Louis Schlesser suffered from. Well, other casualties, rolled trucks, this one out of the running for good. 96, Philippe Bermude there on his Yamaha. He's in 88th place, having lost something like 50 hours. And amongst the trucks, Stark Helmut Krofel, the Austrian driver on MAN. Here he is trying to pull out one of the sand dunes. He's one of the unsung heroes of the event. He has been helping a lot of the bikers, almost to the detriment of his own team, but a real Samaritan in the desert. So salute to Helmut Krofel. This man was asleep on his truck on his bike when the trucks went by. He was so surprised by all the activity around him that he fell off and the bike toppled on top of him. He won't be sleeping there again.